Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. So good Wednesday morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. This week, our daily news is sponsored by Tetris, and we have a very good interview from Adrian Boychuk, who is EMEA Director and Landlord-Client Development Director. We're talking about new trends in workspace, how employees are really, seeing their coming back to work and how they're adjusting to that. Also a bit on retail and more on the leisure and more family aspects, and also of course hotel and some of the trends there in remodeling, redesign that. We also have our upcoming, for October, big month, we've got our magazine, the CEE Investment Guide, which is going out at EXPO Real. So if you have any projects or your company you'd like to promote, our deadline is October 4th for that. So coming up next week. Yeah, it's fast.
Full on now.
We'll have extensive distribution through EXPO Real, and then also our CEE Investment Awards, also coming up soon, October 20th, 21st, here in Warsaw, again at the Intercontinental Hotel. We've got, I think, record number of nominations in, it seems, for investors, a lot of people coming. We do have limited seating at the event, so book your tables now or book your seats now, because I think we're just down to the last few tables. We have some sponsorships still available, a couple of sponsorships, so drop us a quick email if you're interested in doing something at this event. This is the month to do it. This is the investment month. Also, if you happen to be in Warsaw, we're celebrating my 55th birthday at Hard Rock Cafe from 7:30. Live music, margarita night, margaritas, beers, wine, some soft drinks for everybody. A bit of food if you come early enough, so come join us for that. And now let's just get on to the exciting commercial real estate news from the highlights from EuropaProperty.com. And Winston Norman, our editor-in-chief, welcome back. You look healthy.
I feel a bit better today, Craig, and congratulations. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. Made it,
yeah.
At least part of the day anyway.
You look very good for it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, for my age. Yeah, exactly. That's what one guy said at the fitness club. He goes, "You look pretty good for being that old." So we'll take a little 20-second break and we'll jump right back to the news. So welcome back, and Winston Norman, ready to give us all the highlights from the Europa Property website today?
Yeah, sure, Craig.
Excellent.
We'll start today with CTP, who've issued a dual-tranche green bond, raising $1 billion amidst strong investor demand. So CTP has chosen to issue exclusively green bonds following its 2019 commitment to certify its entire portfolio of logistics and industrial projects to BREEAM Very Good standard or above. Well over half of the issuance size was again placed with typical green investors. And according to Richard Wilkinson, he's the CFO of CTP, he says, "In our third visit to the bond market in 2021, CTP was able to successfully execute another dual tranche issuance. Once more, we were able to attract significant demand from both existing and new international investors, with over 100 investors participating. Proceeds from this issuance will be used to pre-fund a significant part of the development pipeline in 2022. And total demand of the issue was around 3.5 billion euros, and the tender offer well exceeded the target amount, evidencing further supporting the solid standard that CTP holds amongst international bond investors less than 1 year after first entering the market."
Well, great, with Remon Voss and his team, and of course, the whole group. Wow. So,
moving on, and a new owner and manager for Galeria Malta in Poznan. So, as you may know, Galeria Malta is one of the largest shopping centres in Poznan, and it's managed by Sierra Balmain.
Sure.
And it's been sold to a new investor. The new owner is an independent European investor,
all right.
And they will take over the shopping centre in the fourth quarter of this year. the management will change hands. We're going from Sierra Balmain to Onyx Asset Management. And according to Aleksandra Mazzini, that's the COO of Sierra Balmain, while working on the strategy for Galeria Malta, the key was its unique location as well as being a special place for Poznan residents. We have successfully expanded the range of services and attractions offered in this place, and we have also opened the centre up for cooperation with new partners. Galeria Malta offers around 54,000 square metres of GLA.
It was always nice. I always liked it there because it was on the riverbank there. Nice kind of sporting area.
Moving to Hungary, and Hello Parks is proceeding with a 45,000 square metre project near Budapest. It's on a 76 hectare site in the area of Fot, and it will be one of the largest logistics and warehouse complexes in the country. The initial investment has got a value of around 50 million euros, and the first phase is expected to be handed over in Q1 2022, and the construction of the project is Gólbec, Hungary.
Oh, great.
And according to Rudolf Nemes, he's the CEO of Hello Parks, in order to improve Hungary's competitiveness, the construction industry must also change. Logistics companies typically like to move into facilities within a year, which cannot be properly implemented in such a short time unless the area has already been set. This trend is again something that Hello Parks developments can respond to. The warehouse and industrial park will offer around 330,000 square metres when fully built out.
Big one.
Yeah. And finally for today, there's some news from Galamco on the housing residential front. And they say that the pandemic has made Poles appreciate the advantage of living in a home. Obviously, you know, more used to living in flats.
Sure.
But post-pandemic, residents seem to appreciate a garden, more space, and with this hybrid working from home and from the office, then they need extra space in a property to have, like, you know, a home office.
Yeah, you need a little office room, right?
Yeah. So they've noticed that the housing market around Warsaw is growing, and in 2020, 51.7% more homes were sold in Warsaw than in 2019.
Wow.
So there's a lot more, yeah.
A lot more.
And they've also observed the continuation of this trend into 2021. And according to Piotr Łukasik, he's the head of residential development at Galamco, they've got a project called Galeria Konstancin. And it's a housing estate located just on the Warsaw city border. And it's an example of this growing interest. So obviously, as a developer, as a well-functioning developer, they're building to the needs of the market. And during the year, they've already sold 48 houses. So it's been a good year for them.
Good. Yeah, that's 2 a month.
Yeah.
Or 4.
And construction of the first stage will be completed around...
That's 4 a month, isn't it? Yeah, 4 a month. I'm getting my months mixed
you
up.
do the math.
Yeah, I'll do the math. It's good that we're not in the accounting part of this job.
The construction of the first stage will be completed in the second quarter of 2022, and the second stage, sales of which have started, include an additional 48 units.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, I think also after you move into a house, it's hard to move back into an apartment, right? Because you're getting more and more stuff and lawn furniture.
It's always hard to go back.
It is.
To something that wasn't as good before.
Exactly. Well, Winston, thank you for that. Great to hear everyone's doing so well. And thank you all for listening today. And again, I'd like to thank Tetris for sponsoring this week's Coffee with Craig. And definitely check out Adrian's Boychuk's interview that we did earlier and put it out on earlier this week. Very interesting stuff, especially on the fit out side. So thank you again for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the day, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.